right, guys, we're here with Dominic Couch, and what did you do this weekend?
Lost at YCS Niagara. Oh, top 8.
Nice. Anything you want to say?
I played Snake Eye, Fiendsmith Azamina. There you go.
That's all you want to say?
Yeah, at the start. I played 3 Witch. Only 1 Ash. Only 1 Poplar. And 1 Oak. Okay, 1 Snake Eye Senior Bellstar and Flamebirds.
Just tell them to call me at the same time.
Played 1 of the New Girl and 1 Engraver, and these are actually the only Fiendsmith cards I played. I could show you guys the combo at the end of the video, but pretty much when you do the regular combo, you get to leave her in the graveyard, and she creates follow-up for your Fiendsmith cards, so you never have to make Moon again, but you can still like keep a body in rotation forever, which can also in awkward game states come up where like you can bring a monster back with her when you're just IP after getting hand trapped a bunch, and then like having the 2 like also like when this gets Bestialed, now you at least get to like have an extra body every turn if you end up grinding. I like her. I sided her out a lot going first though against Tempai because the Fiendsmith cards are not why you're going to win that matchup. If you get to play and get that far, you already beat them. So yeah. Suppose I played 3 Bonfire. This is still Engine. Bonfire, and then I played Temple and Original. I actually really wish that I played Dramatic Chase. That might be the best Snake Eye spell nowadays. I think that card could be really cool, and maybe you cut these cards and you get to play Impulse, and then Dramatic Chase gives you a way to bridge your Snake Eye engine into Witch, which I think is probably just what the deck needs when you're playing Pure. You need to have your engines be able to access the other ones. But Temple is pretty good. A lot of people Bestialed me and Nibiru'd me, and then like getting Snake Eye Z Bellstar and having the extra monster was part of the combo and helped a lot in the grind game, like having Oak back here in the spell and trap zone. Then for the Azamina cards, play 1 a spell, 3 Deception, and 3 Wanted. Azamina cards are just really, really good, and I think they're really, really fun too. They make the combo so much better, and I think it's really what the deck needed to be able to keep playing. And it's really good. Then the last card I played Solo Hat Rabbit, so I played the statue. Again, I'll show the combo at the end of the video. For my non-engine, I think I played 18 non-engine. Played Call by the Grave. I played these 2 Bestials. I really just want to play the Bestials because they can turn off the Azamina cards against people who link off Lago, as well as you can hit the IP when they try to push it with Flame Burge. Against Fire King, it's not great, but you can use it. If it's Magma, you can use it at the end of their turn to get rid of the IP when they end on Amble Whale. And then like they lose that because they normally don't end with it on the board. And then against Yugioh, the cards are pretty good as well. I think Magma just searching Jewish Worm is so great. You get to clear, even if the darks you clear are irrelevant. Like having these 2 big bodies and then Jewish Worm clearing a card after he goes away, and now you're going into your Fiendsmith cards was just super oppressive. I played Wallows. You just wanted to have this card for when you lose the roll. It's the hand trap that probably gives you the best chance to win by itself for sure.
Was it good for you the entire tournament?
It was good against you, and it was good one other time. But honestly, the majority of times I used it and it was good was post-hoc when I knew I was going second. A lot of times, game 1 it wasn't great. But because you have Deception and Witch, I think playing just this one is fine. I didn't like playing 6 because I felt like when you got hand trapped, you needed to have real hand traps back, or like especially when you got Fualos and you wanted to end on a softer board, like you needed to have your own non-engine to be able to back it up. But I liked playing this one. I'd probably play this one again. I just played 3 Ash. You need to be able to negate this card, and this card's actually really good right now, which is surprising. I normally feel like Ash is not great against actual engine, but Tenpai, I feel like this is one that's actually the best against them. And being able, you need to be able to negate Deception or cut off the Azamina cards in some way, because they just create way too much advantage. And then being able to negate the Moltomis as well, it feels like you have to play 3 Ash in almost anything right now. And I played 3 Veiler, 2 Ghost Ogre, and 3 Impermanence. I wanted to play cards that I could just use as many copies as I drew when it came to these. I felt like, I mean, the effect negators are always fine, like negating the Snake Eye cards. Negating Witch is actually a lot more important now as well. You actually have to negate that card. You can't wait, because now when they set Deception, now the Azamina cards are coming. So I felt like these cards are really good. I wish I tried a little more to not play the Fiendsmith cards, so that I could have played Impulse and made it better in my deck.
Extra deck space.
The extra deck space is just so tight. Like I really wish.
Extra deck slots to negate Dark Ruler twice a tournament seems like.
Yeah, like it's not even twice. I did it 0 times. I like it was. I feel like a lot of people don't even play Dark Ruler anymore. Or drop it like a lot of the big breakers, which is like why you needed Desiree. I think that you could do slightly less than what I was doing and still be able to win, and then your non-engine's just better, and you get to play less bricks. So I wish I explored a little more of that, because I think Impulse is very, very good. And then I also really wish I got to play the Dark Charmer, because being able to play the Dark Charmer, not only when these get bestialed in spots where you have to use them to link away, you can take their Azamina card from their graveyard and then put that back to get your hollow back. Because normally when you get bestialed, you get cut off of that forever.
Back secret return theirs. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
And then, but also like you can just take this out of their grave and it's a negate, or you can take their witch, and now like taking their witch is way crazier than it ever was before. Like now setting Deception off of Dark that's like plus +1 million. Again, like I felt like Deception was the best card going into the tournament, so I felt like Ghost Ogre was the card that answered it the cleanest. And I felt like it had a few other applications, like being able to Ghost Ogre in IP, or Fire King Island when it's naked. Nightmare Pain like against the Yugioh. I didn't play against any Yugioh, but that was a contributing factor to why I played this card as well. And you get hit saying is summoning when you're not under Shifter. And that was another one. And that was 40 cards. You want the extra deck next?
Yeah.
Alright. The extra deck, played the 2 fusions. These are the 2 that you would always play unless you're John Wilkin, then you don't play the gate. But this one is actually super underrated, I feel like. He's crazy. Like, there was one time in tournament as well where I crashed him to be able to search 2 spells. And then shoveled him back. he's so broken. And like this card just being in a gate is really what the deck needed, because now you don't have Appaloosa, so having a card like this to be able to check hand traps along the way so people couldn't hold their cards for a true choke point and they have to use it earlier to try to stop you is a lot better. Yes, I mean these cards are incredible. And I played the Fiendsmith package. The cards were good, but in the future I would like to try to not play them, because I feel like they're a little bit overkill and they contribute to my main deck just being worse. But Desiree is a crazy point of interaction for sure. And I played IP, SP, Rabbit. I feel like Rabbit's actually a lot better now than it was even in Nationals, because now it's popping Deceptions. It's popping Deceptions, and it can pop Fire King cards in awkward game states, and against the Yugioh deck it's still popping like Nightmare Pain or Opening or Throne. I felt like this card is really, really good. In the mirror, not only does it pop Deception, but it still pops like Temple and Snake. When it pops like a Snake Eyes Yugioh, so that's also just ridiculous. Like The card just trades really well. Princess, Raging Phoenix, and Zelantis. And then I played Hida, Nightmare Phoenix, and Anima. If you play the deck like this with the Fiendsmith cards, I don't think you can change anything. But I think the change that could be made in the deck is cutting the Fiendsmith cards. And for the side deck, started 3 Prulia. I think having 6 Molchummies when you're going second and a deck that has a lot of different pushes it could do is just great, as well as I play so much non-engine, like they can only give me so many cards before I can shut the play down. I started 2 Nibiru's because it was a siding pattern thing, why I started 2 instead of 3. I didn't like it against the pure deck, and I didn't like it versus Yugioh, so it was really a card that was in combination with the other hand traps, like playable against Fire King, because the Bystials are not, so it swapped straight for my Bystials, and then it was good against like some of the random decks I was less prepared for. Like Nibiru is kind of a catch-all when it comes to that kind of stuff. And then I played 1 more Bystial for the pure matchups, the Yugioh matchups, and then like any deck that played like heavier Fiendsmith cards as well. Like the Bystials post side with Chummies are the best cards because they put bodies on the field while you're still drawing and interacting. And then I sided Rust. This was mostly to give me a game plan with DDG and Barrier against any deck that was chumming me, because my deck ends on a pretty soft board when it gets Furos. It's not like the Fire King deck where you can put up Arvada and a bunch of other stuff. Like you're normally going like IP Temple or something like that, which is not the greatest thing in the world, but you get to play a lot of non-engine, and this card supplements as well. Like if I get to have like any interaction on top of a DDG or a Barrier, like that's going to be game. And then Thrust helped with consistency going, like it turned your card, in my side pattern, it turned some of your cards into more options, right? So I would actually side out a Bonfire, or like that was one of the cards that came out in my siding pattern to like put my Thrust thing going second. And like now Thrust could get Engine or it could get one of these depending on the matchup. And then my last card was Drain. This card actually was terrible for me. The one time I drew it against Tempai, I just got Lightning Storm, so. And I think this card's really bad versus Fire King, and I mean against Yugioh, I think if you go first, you're gonna win anyway. So that was the deck. I'll show the combo after I do my shout outs, but I first want to shout out Team JNC and JJ Gear. That's my new team. Happy to be there and looking forward to playing with them for a long time. Shout out the Duelist Academy token. And I would shout out Ryan Levine for letting me borrow some cards. And then shout out Joey Chow, who I roomed with and played with. Shout out Clifton. Mike Albanese was the person him, Max, and Jeff were the people I talked about the deck with the most. We all played similar decks. And shout out Jesse and Furman as well. And then yeah, I'll do the combo. Did I forget anyone? Oh, shout out Eric for letting me borrow Molchummy Perulius.
What's up, Eric?
What's up, Eric?
And you borrowed him from someone else for the deck profile.
Yeah, and I borrowed him from Jose for the deck profile. Hence why the QCR, because he's rich.
Yeah.
So, kind of just Deception. Like, this is probably the most streamlined one.
There's no way that could be just Deception, right?
Just Deception, really?
Wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yugioh so bad.
Dude, it could be. You'll never guess this. You could do it with Deception drawing Furos. Deception, Furos.
So wait, are you using Furos there or using Deception?
Using Deception. I control a card.
I just wanted to clarify that. Some people get confused.
And you get the Hot Azamina. Use this. You gotta make sure you reveal, especially in Top Cut. I'll be summoning this one.
It's not a cost reveal, right?
I don't know why it reveals. I don't know why it reveals.
Yeah, why does it reveal if it's not a
It
cost?
reveals on resolution.
Well, it's on the field.
They use Lago's effect. This is against search wanted.
You're like the only person I've heard that actually said the name.
Lago?
Yeah.
I say the full name and I pronounce it.
That's Lago? That's how I said it too, but then Paulo said Lago and I was like, that's easier.
I said the whole.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I don't want to make a mistake. I'm writing the wrong one.
And as the holidays mean spell just puts us back.
But Dom, why do you do it that way?
So you do it that way, not only because in this example it's unrealistic, do I have no other cards in my hand.
Yeah.
But also, when you shuffle it from the board, you can't get Bisthield. And getting Bisthield and getting cut off from this forever is really sad. So I get this back, you activate this, and then you hit him with the new technique, where you chain one it. And now you get a Which, by the way, fellow JNC member Jibril thinks that the Azamina cards are mid.
He is mid.
Okay.
Coming from Team Captain Charlie. Summon this. And if you had literally no other cards, you would want to put this back to draw a card. And then you can send that card for Which, but I mean sure, let's just do that. Most of the time you'll have another card, so you'll be able to set this in the end phase, but just, oh, I drew another Witch. That's unfortunate. So now a Witch. This set's original. We're just gonna access our Snake Eye cards for us. I know you're thinking, wow, all this came from just Deception? And the Fluorals?
And a floor.
Now this is gonna get your one lucky Snake Eye Ash. And this is going to get your Poplar. Now here's where we unfortunately get Temple. Should be Dramatic Chase. But I haven't figured out all those combos yet. Temple. I mean, Max is actually the one who showed me this combo. I didn't really know how to play my deck that well before the tournament, honestly. So,
Thanks.
Shout out Max. Snake Eye. I learned a lot throughout the tournament, don't worry.
That's what the first 5 rounds are for.
Yeah.
When I played Utah 32, I knew what I was doing. My round 1 or 2 opponent definitely could have got me, though. Now you're going to use Oak, just bring us back.
The red resonator guy did.
The red resonator guy got my ass crazy. Now you link these away. Shades of Fiendsmith. Moon. And you pop R, put your guy back. It's going to end up being a body later and Oak for follow-up. Then you're spelling Trap Zone. You Requiem. This is where you're going to summon Lacrima Scarlet Sorrow.
Whatever they change
Nope,
the name to.
it's not her name anymore. Lacrima the Crimson Tears. Is her effect. Mike sent me her whole text in a Discord message once.
Yeah, that's what it did. So I just sent the whole thing.
And you Requiem attach, so you get the free send for Oak. Nice on Flame Birch. Now you're going to drag this up, because now you have 3 level 1 fires in the grave. And Oak is the one that's best to have back here, because it creates follow-up. And then, now you're going to make IP with these. Then you use Flame Birch, bring back the 2 1s. And then you make Sequentia here, or Sequence, and you use Sequence. And you actually leave this one in the grave because that's how you create follow-up with this card. So you're just not gonna need, you don't need to shuffle back the engraver in this combo. But that's another reason why she was good. And I would play her if I played the Fiendsmith cards, is she makes Requiem a 1-card Desiree, because she can just send Engraver and then Engraver can summon himself, and then you link both away for Sequence.
Yeah, having the 4th White Fiend is super relevant going second.
Yeah. Now you get Desiree, and these just summon Princess. Princess is gonna bring back Flamers for you, and then you're actually supposed to sequence and test this first. If for some reason they held their impulse, so you would be able to negate it, and then your Princess. It's true. And then you Flame Burge for the IP. And now you use Desiree to negate the Princess. Look for there.
Recognize this one.
You link these away for the rabbit now. I think you said that in German too. And I said I wish. Then you get the rabbit. And then this gets a statue, and then this is your board, and then normally, because you had other cards, you'd be getting Deception here as well, and then you'd be able to do your Wand draw usually here after you took all the bricks out of your deck, and I would say, I actually think most likely going to draw non-engine with how much is in my deck. Yeah, the majority of your deck's non-engine here, and then hopefully you normally have like a hand trap or two to back this up, but this board is more than enough. But yeah, that was a combo, and that was my deck. Thank you for watching.